Tonight on EA Sports.
Hi.
Super Bowl 59.
It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go.
It's Nadia.
Super Bowl 59. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. Brissett going to go to the air right away. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Here's Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll get this to Lazard. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Hall. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Play action. Now Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Monarchs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field.
He said he really can't. He told BC he doesn't he have a mic and he will be getting to the Steelers and Cowboys.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And I think this is a round we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
7 yards there and a first down. Here's Brissett. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Play fake, Brissett. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and he fires one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, a run with Hall. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here's Hall. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing, Brissett. Throwing the out route. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Wilson. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson as the first half is winding down. And the Monarchs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Point after try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking for Campbell downfield. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've come up. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Brissett on 1st down. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. John Franklin Myers able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. After the sack on 1st down, Brissett, he's going to air one out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Wilson now off the bootleg, rolling to his left. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They'll give to Hall. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Hall again. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. Brought down at the 20. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. To throw, Brissett. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Throw left side, complete. That's Gardner. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now Brissett. He finds his man, complete. It's Gardner. Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Brissett. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. He finds his man, complete. It's Gardner. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Brissett. Robinson's got it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sauce Gardner picks it off. The 40, the 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that would pretty much seal the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2-in-1 game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown. 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.